Hi guys, welcome back yet again to my YouTube channel. My name is Sinokolo Papu. Thank you guys for subscribing, and those who haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We're growing gradually, slowly but surely, guys. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking and commenting. So today we'll be doing another story time. So today's story time, I'll be sharing something that I had never spoken about. If there are people who I told this, I think I've told this to like 2 or 3 people, but it's something that I even forgot about. So today I'll be sharing about something that happened, I think back in 2010. Yeah, because I was in matric at the time. So guys, I almost got raped. Yes, I almost got raped by someone who was my big sister's friend. I remember this vividly. I do not recall some of the things that transpired on the day, but I'll try. So there was this guy. He was, let's call him Patrick. Let's call him Patrick. Patrick was renting a room not far from my house, but on another street. So there was my big sis. Let's call her Andy. So sis Andy came and lived with us. She got a job this side. She's not from Alice. So she got a job this side, and then she came and lived with us since she was still looking for a place to stay. So sis Andy met Patrick. I don't remember where they met, but she met Patrick and then they became friends. They were not the best of friends, but they were like friends. So I used to see Patrick when I walked past where he was renting, but I didn't know who he was, so I would just greet and pass. That was it. And then he tried talking to me on some days, like that small conversation type of thing, but that was it. So now Patrick became friends with Mrs. End. So obviously Mrs. End introduced me to Patrick. Wow, this is Patrick, a friend of mine, Taunton. And I was like, okay, cool. So I regarded Patrick as a big brother because he was friends with my big sister. Yeah, well, so that was it. But he was not from South Africa. I'm not sure whether Zim or I'm not sure. But yeah, he was a clean guy, good looking, smart, clean. He took care of himself. So okay, I met him, and then I kept seeing him with sis Andy and so this one time Patrick asked me to come with him to King Williamstown. He said he had to run a few errands. Then I was like, oh, okay, cool. I informed sis Andy, okay, I'll be going to King with Patrick and then she said, okay, cool, no problem. I think my parents were not around at the time. I think they had a church trip or something, but they were not around. So fine. I think it was around 3 or 4. And then we left to King. I was still naive at the time. Patrick and I left to King. As we were driving to King, it was chilled. We're talking, laughing. It was chilled, Shem. And then when we got there, he bought pizza, drinks, and then I think we sat and we had the pizza. So, and then I was like, hey, it's getting late. We need to drive back to Alice because my parents were very strict, guys. I'm not sure whether they were going to return on the same day or the day after, but I was getting anxious and I was panicking because now it was getting late and Patrick is still enjoying King. So I spoke to him. I was like, no, we need to drive back to Alice because it was starting to get dark now. Hey, this guy is giving me the runaround. Hi, Bo Patrick. But eventually we left King Williamstown, and then as we were driving to Alice, Patrick, just after we passed another village, Patrick stopped his car and then he said he wanted to pee. I was like, okay, cool. No, he did not stop his car just next to the road. He took a right turn to another abandoned road. He took a turn, and then I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't want people seeing him when he's standing just next to the road. So he took this turn. I was like, okay, cringe. Okay, sure. So he went out and then he took a piss and then, but now, guys, I'd never spoken about this. So now it's taking me back to the day when all of this happened. But anyway, so he stopped and then he went and took a piss. But now I'm like, okay, he's now not returning to the car. So he was on the phone. I was like, okay, he's probably talking to his girlfriend or something. I don't know. So now instead of him getting inside but on the driver's seat, now he walks and comes on the passenger side, which is my side, and then he asked me to open the door, and then I opened. Hey, well, Patrick, what are you doing? Patrick is holding a condom. Hey, boo. And he did not button his pants. So I'm like, and then now, what the hell? So he was on some, no, I like you. Hi, Bo Patrick, you like me? So he was on some, no, I like you, but I was afraid to tell you since I'm scared of your dad and your sister, Taunton. He went on and on and on, and I was like, whoa, wait. First of all, you're old. Second of all, Libo, I did not view you in that manner. No, ew. And I was like, no, Taunton. Yeah, Patrick now started kissing me. Libo, Patrick, kiss now. Hey. He tried kissing me, and then I tried pulling him back. But now Patrick was getting aggressive. He wanted to kiss my boo. So I fought back. I was scared. I think scared is an understatement. I was afraid and mad at the same time. I was livid. So I'm like, okay, let me not show him that I am scared. Let me just pull up this face. So I shouted at him. I gave him a piece of my mind, and then I told him that I'm going to tell my dad. He wants to rape me. Tony. We kind of fought in the car, but eventually he stopped. He stopped and then he just banged the door. That man was arrogant. He just banged the door and went in the driver's side. No apology, no whatsoever. He just went in and he was furious and then he drove the car. No one was talking. I just switched on the radio and it was just silence. We got to Alice. He dropped me on another passage that's not far from my house, and then he drove to where he was renting. And then when I got home, I told my sister, this is what happened, this is what your friend did. And at the time, I was not as bold as I am. I was not able to stand for myself. So I was naive, man. I was such a crybaby. So I informed my sister and we did nothing about it. After what happened, we did nothing about it. We did not take any further steps. We did not hold him accountable. He carried on as if nothing happened because I would see him when I would walk past where he was staying, but he carried on as if nothing happened. And that's where I carried so much anger towards myself now, because I was blaming myself for what happened. I was on some, what was I thinking, going far away with a man. What was I thinking? So I kept blaming myself for what happened. I was just too hard on myself. I was condemning myself. And then I think after a month, I never saw him again. I think he left. He left. But I don't know where he went to. And I've never seen him ever since. 2010. I don't know whether the name he was using was his real name. Then now it was a journey of me having to deal with everything that happened, me having to forgive myself for what happened and find ways of coping and forgiving him, though he did not apologize for wanting to take advantage of an 18-year-old girl who was naive. It was a journey. It was a journey because there were times whereby I would just cry thinking, what would I have done if he had raped me? What? And I kept thanking God, because if it were someone else, they were not going to listen to what I was saying. He was going to rape me, maybe kill me, and then just leave me there. But the fact that it did not happen, that's what I was grateful for. So yeah, and with rape, it's always done by the people who are closest to us or people that we trust. So I was just so grateful. that it didn't happen. And I carried so much anger towards men. I carried so much anger, especially foreign men. But it was a journey of healing. It didn't happen overnight, but eventually I was okay and I was able to move on. And I put it past me. I never really spoke about it. I even forgot about it. And then, I moved on, and it didn't... I literally forgot about it. Like, literally. It was just... I just buried it. I dealt with it, and then I just buried it behind. So, So that's the end of today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I appreciate you guys' support. See see you guys on my next video. Thank you guys, and God bless you. Bye.